Hey y'all, we are here at TRE. I'm here with Puma's very own Todd Falker. We have the rule breakers in front of us. Let's talk about these amazing shoes.
So I'm the product lead at Puma. I think Puma as a brand, one of our goals is to really be the challenger brand, push innovation. We have a rich history in sport. We've been around since 1948. But we've had a lot of different approaches to running, but we really reset our approach to the category in 2021 with our new shoes and with the Nitro foam for everyday and Nitro Elite. So what we're looking at here with the Rule Breaker is a shoe that we launched at the end of last year. So this color is out, but basically sold out everywhere globally. And then we have a new laced version of the Fast RB coming for next year. Have you seen either of these before?
I have not.
I would love
to
get. They
look cool.
What's your initial reaction to a shoe with 58 millimeters of stack and 3 carbon plates?
They're sick.
Carbon
the fact
TPU.
that you can set it down and the heel doesn't even touch the ground is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I like crazy.
I like crazy too. One of our goals with this was to really push the boundaries. So for World Athletics, a shoe can only be 40 millimeters and have 1 plate. So the idea of Rule Breaker was really to push the boundaries, experiment with some different nitro shapes, learn the product direction for this shoe was deliver the shoe with the most bounce. So we have about 24% more cushion, more deformation, and then 8% more energy return, even on our Ultimate Race Day shoe. So it really, really is a great performance shoe. But what I would actually highlight on this shoe, if I may, is that we do have the 1 carbon fiber power plate right next to the foot, and that actually smooths everything out. So even though it looks crazy and it kind of bounces back and forth a little bit, when you step down, the energy is distributed evenly and really gives you a great balanced kind of cushion feel underfoot.
Awesome. No, I love that. And then there's a signature over here.
So Julian Alfred, 100-meter, part of my fun of my job is when we make cool shoes, we get to see Dakota Lindworm and some of these people. So I actually had both Dakota and then Julian Alfred, the 100-meter Olympic champion.
The queen.
I was the first one to be able to say, hey, do you want to try the Fun Toys at Puma? And she was nice enough to sign my personal pair. So This one's going home with me.
As it should. Side note, what was her reaction when she tried them on?
I think the reaction from her and from everyone is the exact same. They go, I think it's going to be crazy. And then they go, oh, it's stable. It works. It feels good. So I'm not saying she's going to become a marathoner after the 100, but it was a pleasant experience. And, we're at $350, 355 grams. It's not a light shoe, and it's not like a shoe that's available everywhere. I think the person that wants this shoe and this look will be able to go and find it.
Awesome, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Can we transition, if that's okay,
Absolutely.
to one of our other new shoes for the beginning of next year of 2025. So this is a shoe that's going to have a little bit of global limited availability. So a lot of people that are using plated shoes like these or like our Deviate Elites Fast Stars are finding that they want to be able to do some shorter track work, sprints, etc., but without the carbon fiber plates every day. So we have actually one of the lightest Puma shoes ever made. This is called the Propio, and leaning towards Propio reception, where you're kind of feeling the ground underneath your foot. Some of the innovative design features, so we actually took the insole out.
Okay.
So it's what we would call a stitch and turn construction, and then you're sitting right on top of the midsole foam. And then we have 20 millimeters in the heel, a 4 millimeter drop for a 16 millimeter. Do you know why it's 20 millimeters?
No.
Quizzing you a little bit. So 20 in FloTrack, people will know this. 20 millimeters is the maximum allowed for track and field races. So if you're in spikes, but maybe you don't want to be in spikes every day for your training, this is a great hurdle drill. I think Andre DeGrasse, Olympic 200 meter, and he's got a lot of golds. He actually loves doing hurdle drills and a lot of things like this to get that foot strength. Then when you put on your sprint spikes, your long distance spikes, then your feet and your form will be good to go longer.
Perfect. This is great for repeat 200s, like the full out track workout.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I would say there's some areas. It was actually the Japanese team that came to us first and said, so Hakone Ekiden, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's the beginning of January, and it's a collegiate race where they all do a half marathon, but it's the biggest event in Japan for the year and maybe one of the biggest in the entire world. But after they finish their race in January, they say no plated shoes and no thick shoes for a couple months. So they actually need a training tool like this, and I think it pairs well with some of the plated models.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yep, $120 coming in February of next year. And then the last shoe that I want to talk to you about, so maybe you're going to fill up the table here quick. So maybe you're familiar with the Deviate Nitro 3, everyday trainer, carbon composite plate. We also have the Deviate Elite 3, carbon fiber, Nitro Elite foam. This is what the girls, Dakota got 12th in the Olympic marathon on this guy. But for road training, road racing, we actually heard from a lot of our athletes that they're spending time on the trails. It's good for working kind of your balancers, working your feet and your legs in a different way. So we actually made a version of this in a trail shoe.
I like the colorway.
Cool.
Yeah.
This will be the purple, and sometimes with the yellow or sometimes with this other hit will be our big push for the beginning of 2025.
Awesome. No, I love it. The laces, everything. Wow.
So yeah, and I think from an innovation standpoint, I can show you the parts and pieces here. So what's probably my favorite part is this has actually the same carbon fiber plate shape and design as this Deviate Elite does. But what's different about it is for trail, it's a little bit more flexible. And then the way that we put the layers of the shoe together are a little bit different as well. So this rim is a little bit firmer. You put the drop in, and this is our premium aliphatic TPU Nitro Elite, best race day foam in the game. And then you have kind of a drop in on top. So you're getting really good cushion next to the foot, but a little bit of flexibility if you're dancing over rocks up and down trails.
That's awesome. I love that. So out of this whole entire lineup, what's your favorite?
I think this guy, honestly, I don't have my size yet. I've had to run in a size 2 sizes up, and I've absolutely loved that. So I can't wait to crank on it. But I think I'm biased, but I think our running economy results would show this is the fastest marathon running shoe in the world. But there are very, very few brands that are innovating in this trail space. So I think this Deviate Trail is definitely my most exciting product on the table here.
Awesome. So I'll pull these two then.
Okay.
Since this is the fastest, this is the most
Yes,
innovative.
yes.
Can you describe each one in 3 words?
Ooh.
I'll start here.
Bouncy, grip, and long.
Okay, I love
ready
that.
for that trail ultra marathoner in me.
I love that.
You're gonna make 3 words: light, fast, and deviate.
Okay, I love that. Deviate. Cute.
Do it a little bit different,
Yeah.
work the name in.
And then of this entire lineup, what are you looking for consumers to take away about this lineup and then Puma as a brand going into 2025?
Yeah, great question. I mean, I think that this Deviate is really kind of our hero franchise, what we stand for. It's got the 2 layers of nitro foam. It's got the carbon composite plate. It's cushy, it's bouncy, but it has a little bit more pep. So this is kind of your perfect either everyday daily trainer, or if you're doing maybe a little bit more up-tempo of a tempo type run. This is really, I think, what we launched with originally and what is really, really working well for us. And for that reason, we have the everyday one. There's the racer, there's the trail, but Deviate is definitely our hero franchise and what we stand for.
Awesome. I love to see it. I love the crazy shoes. I love the everyday shoes. Thank you so much for taking me through everything.
Appreciate your time.